By age 50, 3/4 of all television viewers will have begun making love during The Tonight Show. Half of those will finish before Ed says, "Here's Johnny." In a lifetime, the average fridge repairman will spend more time out of his pants on the job than he does at home. In an average lifetime of driving, you'll see a motorcyclist signal before making a lanes change twice. The average cuckoo clock bird hopes twice a day that his owners will make love at midnight so he can get a longer peek at them. In a lifetime, the average Jehovah's Witnesses eat 6.5 pounds of screen door aluminum. We haven't. So I said our research may be slightly faulty, but we do the best we can. At 18, all you can do is think about sex. At 78, all you can do about sex is think. In a lifetime, a veterinarian will lop off 1,600 things that dogs would really rather have kept. By the time you're 35, you've seen 10,000 undercooked Denny's eggs. Just a joke, Denny's, just a joke. By age 26, the average woman has been proposed to by Ed 3 times. By age 89, the average married man has bought 1 pair of his own underwear. Now, here's one. I don't know whether we came up with this, but it's fascinating. By age 16, the average teenager has wondered 11,000 times what olive oil had to make Popeye and Bluto fight over her. The average person in a hurry parks in a handicapped space 27 times and limps into the supermarket. During a 10-year career, the average McDonald's chef will cook 250,000 French fries, 90,000 apple pies, and 2.5 pounds of meat. That's a joke also.
That's a joke.
That's a joke also. Get right behind the other people. You get right behind Denny, so your loss is. By the way, send your lawsuits to Warren Littlefield. He wanted to send the helicopter for me. Before you die, you will take 4,627 elevator rides and hear 4,628 Barry Manilow songs. Okay? In the average lifetime, a man will lie about the length of the fish he caught 3,000 times. And it doesn't stop there. So gets off when he gets off.
Yeah, good night.
Say thank you, good night.
Go to bed.
And
Do as you're told. And they all go away. But in Scotland is such a weird place. The television, there used to be a guy, I don't know where he is now, but the programmes would finish about 11. And this man would come on and say, well, that's the end of the programmes for tonight. And be sure to put the lights out and unplug the television. It's a fire hazard. And for those of you who live alone, just make sure your doors are tightly bolted. It's the last thing on earth you're going to say to some poor guy.
Scare him to death before they go to bed. And be sure and don't look out the window.
Yeah, and be sure to switch off your TV. When was a television a fire hazard? Have you ever heard of a television bursting into flames?
Not really, no.
So I wanted to be the announcer and say, well, good night, and if you're lonely, well, all the best, lock up, and then say good night. And just when you think the guy's gonna switch off the TV, go, get away from that television! Lie down! Behave yourself!
That's funny. You know, in England, they call talk shows chat shows, right?
Yes,
the chat shows.
You see, that's the sincerity. You chat about things.
Chat.
Let's have a little chat about the roses and the rhododendron.
You know, our show played in England for a while, and then for about a year or something like that, and it didn't do.
You see, they cut it up. I'd been in America, and I knew what your show was like, but they sliced it up. Your tie kept changing in the middle of the programme, and they wondered what you did. They used to write in and say, what does he do?
Well, that's come up. That's come up here, too. Perfect. No, you know what they did in England? I told them when they did it, I wasn't really for it, because I said, you know, the show is so American. And I said, if you play it every day like we do here, I think the English will get on to the rhythm of the show. But you're right, they were playing it once a week at some ungodly time, and then they
sliced it up. So you were always away over there.
Right.
You were never up here. You didn't do your little funny bits you do here. So they thought your job was to sit there and stop the couch from going...
Another is many duties, that's right. No, it's too bad. I think the show would have caught on, but, you know, it has to be on a daily basis so they get used to it.
Yeah, but you see, they're a bit scared of change.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what you hear in Britain a lot. You say, did you enjoy that movie? No, I didn't like it. And the guy will say, but it was true. It was I don't care if it was true. Yeah. It was rotten.
Yeah.
You know?